Hey everyone, welcome back to Car Flash, the place where you don't get sugar-coated dealership rehearsals, you don't get over-polished marketing fluff, and you definitely don't get the same old one-liners you've heard 100 times. Here, it's the raw, unfiltered truth about the cars that actually matter. And today, we're diving into a model that's been making waves across global markets, of the 2026 Toyota Yaris Cross. This isn't just another compact crossover fighting for attention. Toyota has sharpened this one with style, practicality, and just enough modern tech to keep it relevant in an increasingly competitive space. So let's break down what this new Yaris Cross is all about. Exterior first impressions matter, and the front end of the 2026 Yaris Cross has been given a noticeable upgrade. Toyota has leaned into a more mature, confident design language, pulling cues from the larger Corolla Cross and RAV4 while keeping the proportions city-friendly. The grille sits wider and more squared off, with a slimmer mesh pattern that feels more upscale than the outgoing model. The LED headlights are sharper, sleeker, and now extend slightly into the fenders, giving the car a more athletic, determined expression. Toyota has also dropped in those signature C-shaped daytime running lights, which not only improve visibility but also add a modern touch. The bumper is slightly bolder with blacked-out trim around the air intakes, making the crossover look taller and more rugged than its size suggests. It's not an aggressive SUV face, but it doesn't scream economy car anymore. It strikes a confident balance. Move along the side and the compact crossover DNA of the Yaris Cross comes into focus. Toyota hasn't messed with the formula too much here. It's still compact, upright, and perfect for threading through tight city streets, but it has a little more flair than before. The wheel arches are more pronounced, wrapped in matte black cladding that gives it a pseudo-off-road feel. Depending on the trim, you can now get it with stylish 17 or 18-inch alloy wheels, and they fill the arches better than the older model ever did. The roofline gently slopes toward the rear without compromising headroom, and Toyota has accented it with a contrasting roof option on higher trims. Subtle character lines run along the doors, catching light in a way that makes the car look slightly longer and more dynamic than it actually is. The side mirrors now house integrated turn signals, and the handles are flush style on certain trims, giving the crossover a more premium touch. It's compact and city-friendly, but it doesn't come off as cheap. Swinging around to the back, the Yaris Cross is arguably its strongest angle. The taillights are now connected with a sleek light bar that stretches across the tailgate, a design trick we've seen in everything from Lexus SUVs to European rivals, and it works well here. It instantly gives the car a wider, more planted stance. The Toyota badge sits neatly at the center of that bar, and the rear bumper has been toughened up with more pronounced cladding and silver skid plate detailing. The roof spoiler extends a little further back, giving it a sportier silhouette, while the rear window remains upright enough to keep visibility intact. The overall look is modern, balanced, and definitely more eye-catching than the last generation. For a vehicle that will often be seen in crowded parking lots, this rear end does a good job of standing out without looking over-designed. Interior. Stepping inside, the 2026 Yaris Cross has taken a big leap forward compared to its predecessor. Toyota has clearly been paying attention to feedback, because the cabin no longer feels like an afterthought. The dashboard design is simple but functional, built around a large new touchscreen that now runs Toyota's latest infotainment system. On higher trims, you get a 10.5-inch display with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, crisp graphics, and faster response times than the outgoing system. The climate controls are thankfully still physical buttons, making it easy to adjust on the go without getting lost in menace. The materials have improved as well, as soft touch panels on the dash and doors, better stitching on the seats, and a cleaner overall finish that feels closer to the Corolla Cross than the old Yaris hatch. Space is well optimized given the compact footprint. The front seats are supportive, and Toyota has raised them slightly to give you that SUV-like commanding view of the road. In the back, 2 adults can sit comfortably thanks to smart packaging, though 3 across will still be a squeeze. The cargo area is one of the highlights. Toyota has given the Yaris Cross a flexible boot with an adjustable floor, split folding rear seats, and clever storage bins underneath. It's designed for the urban lifestyle, groceries, strollers, weekend luggage. It all fits better than you'd expect from something in this size class. On higher trims, you also get a digital instrument cluster, ambient lighting, and a JBL sound system, features that definitely elevate the experience beyond budget territory. Performance has always been a big talking point for small crossovers like this, and Toyota knows it has to deliver more than just good looks. The 2026 Yaris Cross comes with multiple powertrain options depending on the market. There's the familiar 1.5-liter 3-cylinder engine for the base models, producing around 120 horsepower. It's not going to light your hair on fire, but it's efficient, smooth, and perfectly adequate for city driving. More importantly, the hybrid version continues to be the star of the show. Pairing the same 1.5-liter engine with Toyota's latest hybrid system, it produces about 130 combined horsepower while offering excellent fuel economy numbers that are expected to easily touch 55 miles per gallon in real-world mixed driving. It's quick enough for city sprints, and the electric motor provides instant torque that makes it feel more responsive than the raw numbers suggest. The ECVT transmission is smooth, though still a bit buzzy under hard acceleration. Toyota is also offering all-wheel drive on certain hybrid trims, making it more versatile than a typical city crossover. The suspension is tuned for comfort, soaking up bumps well, but it still holds its composure around corners thanks to Toyota's TNGA platform, which underpins the car. When it comes to pricing, Toyota has kept the Yaris Cross competitive. The base petrol model is expected to start around $24,000, making it accessible to younger buyers or families looking for a reliable daily driver without stretching their budget. The hybrid variants climb higher, with well-equipped trims landing in the $28,000 to $32,000 range depending on market and options. That places it right in the middle of compact crossover rivals like the Honda HR-V, Mazda CX-3, and Hyundai Kona. But Toyota brings with it the brand's strong reputation for reliability and the efficiency of its hybrid systems. For many buyers, that peace of mind is worth paying a slight premium. So, is the 2026 Toyota Yaris Cross worth your attention? Absolutely. It doesn't pretend to be something it's not. It's not a performance SUV, it's not a luxury crossover, and it's not here to dominate the off-road scene. What it does offer is a smart, stylish, practical, and efficient solution for people who want SUV looks in a city-sized package. It's easier on the eyes than before, the interior finally feels modern. The hybrid drivetrain remains one of the best in the segment, and Toyota's reliability record continues to be the ultimate trump card. If you're in the market for a small crossover that just works without unnecessary drama, this one should definitely be on your short list, and that's the 2026 Toyota Yaris Cross. Broken down the car flash while no sugarcoating, no fluff, just the real deal. If you found this review helpful, make sure to hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already, and drop a comment below with what you think about Toyota's latest compact crossover. Would you take the Yaris Cross over something like a Kona or HR-V? Let's hear it. Thanks for watching Car Flash, and I'll catch you in the next one.